18. American fantasy film called Zombies. Before we start, be aware, there are spoilers. The movie begins with an animated scene introducing Seabrook, a perfect small town by the coast. 50 years ago, a zombie outbreak happened after an accident at the Seabrook power plant, causing half of the population to turn into the Walking Dead. Soon after, a big barrier was built to keep the zombies away from the uninfected people. One side is Seabrook, the other side is Zombietown. In the next scene, we are introduced to Zed, a teenage zombie boy who is living with his family in the Zombietown, an area to quarantine the infected from the rest of Seabrook. The scientists have invented the Z-bands, which keep zombies from craving for human brains. Life is now normalized as we can see Zed is very excited for his first day in human high school. Next, we see Addison, a human teenager who is eager to join the cheerleading team of the high school. However, Addison was born with abnormal white hair, so she and her family have to hide it under a wig. To the residents of Seabrook, they are against anything different. Zed is having breakfast with his father and sister Zoe. The family is talking about Zed joining the high school football team. His father is still quite worried, but Zed is optimistic about it. Now, we are also introduced to Addison's parents, who patrol Seabrook High School. The next day, Zed joins his friends Eliza and Bonzo to go to Seabrook High School. Elsewhere, Addison thinks zombies should be allowed to go to school, just like humans. Bucky, her superstar friend, doesn't think so. He despises zombies and does not like to share the same school with them. Here, Addison also meets her friend Bree. Later on, Zed enters his classroom, which is located in the basement. The principal shows up and welcomes the zombie students. Zed asks the principal if he can try out the football club. She states that it is impossible because zombies are not allowed to leave the basement during school. When the class is about to start, Zed sneaks out and goes upstairs to the area of human students. Soon after, a human student catches him and rings the zombie alarm. The whole school is in a state of chaos due to Zed's presence. He quickly runs away and hides in a zombie safe room. At the same time, Addison also enters the zombie safe room and soon befriends Zed without knowing he is a zombie. Zed confesses he is a zombie and he earns himself a punch in the face. Moments later, Addison apologizes to Zed and gradually realizes that the zombies are just like humans. Afterwards, Bucky and his followers show up at the scene and take Allison away. Zed attempts to get to the football team, but the coach refuses to because of the school's rules. Addison, after trying hard at the trial, makes it to the cheerleading team of Seabrook High along with Bree. However, to officially be a member of the team, Addison and Bree are brought to the zombie town, where Bucky tells them to egg a random house in the neighborhood. At the first sight, Addison, who has never been to the zombie town, seems amazed. A zombie woman shows up and scares Bucky away. Terrified, Addison and her friends hide in a corner nearby. In a while, Zed shows up in front of the house and recognizes Addison. Zed believes that Allison plans to egg the house, so he ignores her and walks inside. Allison starts to feel bad for the residents of the zombie town. The next day, Allison finds Bucky and reasons with him to stop picking on the zombie town. Bucky tells her not to question anymore and slightly touches her hair, reminding her about a flaw in the past and threatening to tell everyone. In the basement, Zed enters the class, telling Eliza and Bonzo about the incident he encountered yesterday. He concludes that all cheerleaders are horrible. Just then, Allison arrives at the zombie class to apologize to Zed and invites him to the pep rally. Zed starts to see her in a better light. Soon after, the pep rally occurs and we see Zed comes with his friends shortly after. The presence of Zed, Eliza, and Bonzo in the pep rally quickly draws Bucky's attention. He decides to pick on Zed's group by bringing out the fire candles, which freaks Bonzo out. Bonzo frantically runs towards the stage and pushes Zed away, which accidentally turns off Zed's Z-band. As Zed follows Bonzo trying to stop him, he hits some of the football players by chance, which draws the attention from the coach. In a while, Zed chases after his friend and ends up catching Allison, turning on his Z-band again. Soon after, Zed is summoned to the principal's office and offered to play in the next football match, and Zed agrees. However, in return, He wants the other zombie students to have access to the school cafeteria. The principal reluctantly agrees, while Bucky gets mad seeing his plan went wrong. Soon after, the zombie students show up at the cafeteria and are treated badly by the human students. However, they don't complain and seem to enjoy the cafeteria. Allison stares at Zed and slowly falls for him. Zed starts to wave at Allison, which surprises everyone in the cafeteria. Allison then walks towards Zed and greets him. Shortly after, she is dragged away by Bucky's followers, who are clearly not accepting of her gesture towards Zed. As Allison leaves, Zed follows her to the zombie safe room. Here, the pair express their feelings to each other, and Addison finally reveals the truth about her hair. The next day, Zed attends his first football match at school and does not perform very well, which disappoints the coach. Zed realizes his Z-Band can be the reason and asks Eliza to hack it so that he can use the zombie boost to win the game. Eliza reluctantly agrees. As a result, Zed gets his zombie boost and scores multiple goals for his team. As the audience all cheer, including Addison, Bucky gets jealous. Sometime later, the human students at Seabrook High have gradually changed their mind about zombies. The human students start to approach the zombie students and befriend them. By having countless victories, Zed becomes an MVP of the football team and the spotlight of the school. Bucky is jealous of Zed's popularity and tries to separate Addison away from Zed. Later on, Allison receives a piece of paper from Zed, inviting her to a zombie party in Zombietown. At the party, the pair has a fun moment at the zombie park. Zed tells Addison he likes her white hair. Just before the couple can kiss, the zombie patrol crashes the party. As Zed runs off, Addison is taken away. Moments later, Addison is escorted back home while her parents are freaked out, learning that their daughter was hanging outside with their new crush in the night. They try to ask for her crush's identity, but Addison denies. Addison is not allowed to do any cheering until they know who the guy is. The following day, by overhearing the conversation between Zed and Eliza, the cheerleaders figure out that Zed has been cheating with the Z-Band. Later on, Addison sees Zed and lets him know that her parents insist on seeing him without knowing he is a zombie. Soon after, the cheerleading team reveals to Bucky about Zed's secret. They approach Eliza and steal her computer, which will be used to hack into Zed's Z-Band. Back to Zed. He tries to adjust the Z-Band to look more human and ready to see Addison's parents. As Allison is about to tell her parents the truth about her zombie boyfriend, Zed shows up at her door in the human's appearance and impresses her parents. Later on, Zed's got permission to take Allison on a date, where he admits that he has been messing with the Z-Band. Allison is fed up with the fact that both her and Zed have to change themselves to fit in this zombie-human cycle. In the home game, Zed's Z-Band is having a problem. Allison starts to cheer and shows her support toward the zombie community, which pisses Bucky off. We see Bucky's followers attempting to deactivate the Z-Band via Eliza's computer, causing a big trouble for Zed as he cannot get his zombie boost. Fortunately, Zed does his best and scores, bringing victory to the Seabrook football team. Bucky's followers start to botch the Z-Band and unleash Zed's zombie nature. As a result, Zed, Eliza, and Bonzo completely turn into full zombies. There is no way to deactivate the errors to stop the zombie friends. In the following scene, Zed gets mutated and chases after Bucky. A zombie patrol immediately shows up and apprehends Zed as Allison rushes to talk to him. When Zed and his friends are taken away, Allison follows them no matter how her dad tries to stop her. At the end of the day, after witnessing the rage of the humans in the town towards the zombies, Addison steps up and criticizes them for their selfishness. She tells everyone that Zed has risked his life to play their stupid game. She then rips off her wig, exposing her naturally white hair, and ends up having the boo from the spectators. After being taken back to Zombietown along with Zed and Bonzo, Eliza eventually figures out that her computer has been stolen by Bucky, who has sabotaged the homecoming game. In the following scene, we can see Bucky claims to purge anyone in the cheerleading team who is not anti-zombie. Now, Zed and Bonzo are back to the basement class, where they used to be. They figure out that Eliza has planned to sabotage the cheer championship, which will occur shortly. They immediately rush there to save the competition. In a while, the cheer championship will take place as scheduled. Though not having enough members in the team, Bucky still feels confident about winning the prize. Addison and Bree are sitting in the auditorium and find Zed is trying to stop Eliza from running the competition. Zed states that getting even is not the zombie way, and it will not change anything. As Bucky's team starts to perform, things turn out not very well for them, as they are under members. Zed's little sister Zoe shows up at the stage and tries to help. At first, the audience dislikes it and starts booing. However, Zed and Allison bring the zombies and cheerleaders together to make a cheer routine during the cheer competition. With Zoe's effort, Bucky changes his mind and joins with the cheer team as well. In the end of the performance, both Addison and Zed finally bare their heart towards each other. Cut to days later, it is revealed that they didn't win the cheer championship. However, they have done something to change the perspective of the people in Seabrook. In the end of the movie, the zombies and humans reunite while celebrating a block party in Zombietown. Like and subscribe to watch more videos like this. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. That really helps my channel. Thanks for watching.